Yo, just before I start the video, I do want to let y'all know, if you guys do want to get yourself some free RELL Seeds tester and some Robux, all you guys gotta do is go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the Discord down below where I'm hosting all these giveaways. I got quite a few Robux to give away, so if y'all do want some of that, then make sure you guys go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the Discord. Without further ado, let's start out when the RELL Seeds release date will be. Alright, bro, so this is I think my third RELL Seeds release day video, bro, and there's actually a good reason for this. There has been many large indicators that RELL Seeds will be delayed. Now, I know most of us don't want to see this happen, but unfortunately it might have to be delayed. If y'all see my last video, you guys would know that I talked about RELL Seeds and potential issues with IPs and how they're charging 10 million USD and 80% of your game just to use the One Piece IP, which eventually expires anyway. So then at that point, you just lost 10 million USD and 80% of your game, and then you cannot add anything more onto your game unless you pay another 10 million USD to extend the IP. Now, obviously, who in the right mind would want to do this? You'd rather just
change up all the models and things to where they're not associated with One Piece anymore.
Now, this is basically what the RELL brothers did. The RELL brothers basically, they took all the models that were from One Piece and they changed them up, made them kind of custom to RELL games, and then that's how they're gonna do the game. Now, the question that a lot of people have been asking is, will this affect the release date? Now, the answer is most definitely. This game has gotten delayed a large amount of times, and most of the reasons that this game got delayed is not because of the developers. It was actually out of their control. Lots of different things happened, and with a lot of games getting shut down, I don't really blame them. Delaying the game a few extra months is not worth risking your whole game. And the RELL brothers are actually very smart. Instead of people losing their hype from constant delays, every time they announce a delay or there's a reason to be delayed, they drop some fire sneaks so everyone gets remotivated, rehyped back up again. And this is one of the large reasons that RELL Seeds is really hyped. Now, enough of this yapping, let's get right into the release date. So I actually have 3 different potential release dates depending on what they decide to do. Now, the first release date is going to be assuming that the entire game is finished and all they have to do is remodel and restructure some of the things in the game. Now, if this is the case, the release date, in my opinion, should be late February, early March, early April, in that range. Now, what this would actually mean is that it would be around the same time as spring break. If y'all don't know, here in the United States, every late March to early April, we have something called spring break, which is basically a 1-week break from school, work, whatever, which is basically between March and April. And it's just, you know, a little break for the students, stuff like that, where they have to have a break. And this is actually one of the best times for them to release because everybody's going to be off of school and they're all going to be at home trying to play something. Now, when they drop the game will probably hit 200,000 to 300,000 players. While if they dropped it on a regular weekend, it may only hit 100,000 to 150,000 players. It might actually get up to that 300,000 player mark, but it won't be consistent because obviously weekends are only 2 days compared to the 1 week that spring break would be. Now, the second scenario is that the entire game is done, but they have to restructure every single thing inside the game. Now, as we know, the leopard, the fruits, everything like that is gonna have to be restructured. But if there's any buildings inside of the game or anything that has to do with the map that has to be restructured as well, then they're gonna need to get new modeling, new building, etc. Now, if they have to restructure everything and not just the One Piece related things, then I could probably expect a December release date. Now, the pace that the RELL brothers are going in is not tough to make a game of this caliber, which is why they're taking an extremely long amount of time. And also, the fact that people are hyping it up this much is not helping at all, because then the RELL brothers feel like they have some sort of pressure on them that forces them to make the game as good as possible. Because if the game drops and it's not good, then everybody's just going to be hating, going to be me writing, etc. By any means slow, it's just not. A third scenario is that the game is not done and they have to restructure and redo a lot of the things. With this, you could definitely expect a winter break release date, which if you guys didn't know is all the way up in December. Because if the game is not done, which I'm pretty sure the game should be around 90% done by now because they are in the testing phase, but if it's not and the testers are just testing combat and things of that nature, and the maps and the storyline and the things like that are still not done, then I'm really not sure if this game will even release in 2024. But I don't think you guys have to worry because I'm pretty sure that it is actually ready. Those are the 3 most likely release dates that I have in my mind. If you guys disagree, make sure you guys go ahead and put it in the comments. The reason I think that these could be the most likely release dates is because I'm taking into account 3 different factors. One is how fast can the developers work, and from what we've seen, it's not that fast. Now, obviously, it's not their fault. I'm not saying they're inexperienced or anything. I'm just saying that a game of this caliber is really tough to make. So therefore, the RELL brothers are going to need more time to make it. The second factor is the most optimal time to drop it. Now, obviously, if you just drop it on a Monday morning, like, no one's really going to play it. Everybody has school, things like that. But if you drop it during a hype time like spring break, winter break, or maybe even a weekend, then the game will get a lot more hype and a lot more players. And third thing they have to consider is the safety of the game. Now, obviously, with all the IP issues and things like that, the game is really not that safe. If they dropped it with all the One Piece models and things like that, the game would have a high likelihood of being taken down. So yeah, those are the 3 factors that may delay the game even more. If there is any more reasons to be delayed, which I hope there's not, then I will drop a video for you guys. But for now, that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If y'all did enjoy, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.